Hello and thanks for tuning in for another episode of What's Happening with Hope Hillcum. I'm Hope Hillcum, but you don't have to hope for long. I hope that you learn a little bit about our next representative, Chad Hundley, and his talk and journey through LexPride Fest out here in Lexington, Kentucky.
Growing up in a small conservative town was no easy feat for a queen like me, but the rejection I faced in my youth was turned into motivation. A lot of different people and experiences have made me the person I am today, and I hope this show can be a platform for other LGBTQ family members to tell their stories while indulging in some drag queen fun. That's why I've created What's Happening with Hope Hillcum.
Hey y'all, my name's Hope Hillcum, and you don't have to hope for long. Your host for What's Happening with Hope Hillcum. Today I have Chad Hundley.
Hello,
I think I've touched on here for 3 times, and I freaking love every single time. And today, Chad's going to be talking to us a little bit about LexPride Fest. Ooh, I love LexPride Fest. It's like literally probably one of my most favorite experiences in my gay career, which is life. So, we talked a little bit about where you're from in past episodes and how you got what you do outside of your involvement with all this different volunteer work. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you got involved with LexPride Fest like that?
Sure. Actually, LexPride Fest, before it was LexPride Fest, it was a little pride picnic. And a little history about the Pride Festival. We used to have a picnic out on Winchester Road, way outside of town. You go down another road for about 2 miles, and then it was in a cow pasture where everybody parked. And you had to walk down a little trail down behind a barn, and then that's where the picnic was.
Behind the barn, past the graves, like through the woods, to grandmother's house we go.
Very shady, very shady.
I love it. I love it.
It's like, what are we walking into?
I'm in the right place.
Exactly. So that was as early as 10 years ago.
Okay.
10 years ago.
So this is like really new.
Exactly. The Pride Festival transitioned. We're in our 9th public year of existence.
Great.
We started at the Fifth Third Pavilion in downtown Lexington, and for the first 2 years, and then moved to our current location, which is the downtown Courthouse Plaza. And you folks at home can't see, but it's right outside those
windows. I wish there wasn't so much exposure so you can see it.
Exactly. So we've been in that current location for year 3 through 9, and we're in our 9th year right now. And I've been involved with the Pride Festival. I've been on the committee since year 2, but I volunteered prior to that through the Pride Picnic, and that's how I found out about the organization as a whole.
Great. So, last year's Pride was nothing short of exceptional, which, I mean, like, it was, to the frontline entertainers, to Foxy Rocks, who is just an amazing Miss Lex Gay Pride. Can you please tell the people out there who might not know what Lex Pride is, or what Pride is in general, what Lex Pride is and what its mission is and all that?
Sure. Lexington Pride Festival is held on the last Saturday of June of every year, which is normally the National Pride Day. So a lot of the much larger cities such as Atlanta, Chicago, New York, all hold theirs on that day as well. Nashville also. We have a one-day festival, as opposed to a lot of the other ones have a whole weekend festival. This year is our 9th year, as I stated before. Hopefully, we will start implementing more of a weekend coming up, hopefully next year for our 10-year anniversary. So it's a one-day festival. We have about 90 plus vendors that come out, LGBT affirming vendors, some churches, pet places, adoption agencies, foster care agencies, a little bit of everybody comes out. Jewelry places come out, t-shirt companies and such. And then we have the most exciting thing about this year is we've already sold out of all of our food vendors. Normally we're scrummaging up food vendors all the way up until the day of the festival. And word has got out so much about our festival and the success of it from last year, especially. That was the first thing that sold out this year was our food vendors. And we have 11 food vendors this year, as opposed to the 8 or 9 that we normally have.
Great.
So we opened it up for more food vendors this year with more of a diversity of food also.
That's fantastic.
What's one thing about a festival you gotta have some great food.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a must. That is a must. So like, can you tell us maybe some of the selections that we're going to be having?
Sure. Dunn's Barbecue is going to be our main food vendor sponsor.
I love me some Dunn's.
They're going to have some big old fat sandwiches for $5 a piece. Yes. They're also going to be our hospitality directors also. They're going to be providing hospitality for our entertainment, for our entertainers, and feeding them throughout the day, and our staff and volunteers as well.
Oh, that's fantastic of them. That is super helpful. And I know, because being on part of that last year, like, it was just, like, you know, we were worried about a couple of things, and it all came to be fantastic.
Exactly.
But, like, it's nice to have people that really do want to help, not only the people that are going to be attending the festival, but the people that are putting it on. So it's nice that they were able to help and do such a great thing.
Right. That's some of our food. We've got ice cream vendors, we have funnel cakes, we have a lot of your carny food, and then we also have Noodles and Company is coming in, so we'll have some pasta and all that good stuff. So I think a very good wide variety of food.
And it's very, you know, resemblant of the diversity of the people that go to LexPride Fest too. What has been some of your most rewarding experiences working with LexPride Fest?
Just seeing the day up. Standing up there, and I was last year's Pride Festival chair. I was in charge of it all last year. This year I'm the vice chair and the sponsorship chair, because that's something near and dear to my heart, is making sure that our sponsors are well taken care of the day of the festival, and snagging more corporate sponsors as well. Right. Which we can talk about some of our sponsors too as well.
Yeah, I think I have a question about that.
But a lot of the just standing up on stage and looking out and seeing all the masses of people. I mean, you were on the committee last year too. You saw, how exciting was that to perform up on stage and seeing the crowd just going crazy?
I mean, it was just amazing to just be up there and performing. I did like a really upbeat song. It was Hey Mama by David Guetta, like with Nicki Minaj, and everybody was just loving it. You know, they're just there to have a great time, and that's just what Pride, in my opinion, is all about. Like,
the beach balls bouncing around.
It was just
we had noodles for people. That was really
it's like those festivals like that you see for like those huge music festivals that cost tons of money to go to. But like, we have it right here.
But we got ours at the dollar store.
Right, for free. We're for free, and I love that. So,
we are one of the only Pride festivals in the nation still that actually has a free festival. Also.
Yeah, because I know that, I mean, some places charge like $5 at the gate, and I'm like, how do you monitor that? But still, I'm like, it's fantastic that we still are able to do that. It keeps more money in people's pockets, so that way they can spend and help the food vendors that help represent us, and all these people that come and fill up some spaces to get out the word about LexPride, and I love that. So, can you tell us a little bit about who the headliners at this Pride will be? The ones that you know of course, right? Sure. And who are some of your past favorite headliners?
I've got so many because I've been so involved for so many years. I would have to say, our headliners this year are presented by our entertainment sponsor, which is Toyota. Toyota is coming in at a rainbow sponsor level, so they have helped out a lot with our entertainment this year. How many of y'all are country fans out there? About 8 or 9 years ago, there was a little teenage preteen boy by the name of Billy Gilman. That used to sing country. Some of his hits were One Voice and Oklahoma was another hit of his. He's a Grammy Award winner. He is a CMA Award winner. He's a Billboard Music Artist nominee. So he is all grown up now. He is about early 20s. And he's got a partner. He came out 2 years ago, the same day that Chad Hundley came out of the closet. So he's our main headliner.
Great.
And we also have a hip hop rapper by the name of Chevy Girl. She will be coming as an afternoon headliner. And we also have a lesbian rock indie artist by the name of Kristen Ford. Also, those are our 3 main headliners. We also have acts such as March Madness Marching Band. They dress in all these pride outfits and stuff like that. So they'll play for about 30-45 minutes. And it's a full band that will play. People up on stilts, people doing all sorts of tumbling and stuff like that as well. So they put on a great show.
Yeah.
We also have local artists such as New Song in the Bluegrass, which is a new mixed ensemble LGBT ensemble. It's not just for LGBTs also. And then Sister Sound, which is an all female group as well that will be performing. So we have a lot of jam-packed
diversity.
Exactly. We have a DJ battle up on stage also. 2 different DJs are going to be battling it out. The crowd awards the winner and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, and like the drag queens that come up on stage.
Exactly. We have 2 large drag shows as well.
Right.
We have an afternoon drag show and an evening drag show.
Yeah. So, and then, you have your Miss LexGay Pride, and you have your Mr. LexGay Pride. And who were the 2 recipients
We
this year?
just crowned our new monarchs this year. It's Serena Van Daren is our new Miss Lexington Pride, and our new Mr. Lexington Pride is Elite St. James.
Oh, nice.
So
that's fantastic. I want to make sure that I congratulate both of them for their hard work. I went to the pageant actually, so I just wanted you to be able to say their names. You both did fantastic, and from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say that you just did great, and I'm so happy for you. So congratulations. So back to
past performers.
Yes, back to past performers.
I would probably have to say my favorite has to be Dario. Dario is my all-time favorite. I still keep in touch with him really closely.
Oh,
good. He'll Instagram me messages sometimes. He likes all my Instagram pictures. I like all his. Yeah. He has a new album coming out. Little plug for him.
A little plug for Dario. I like it.
Pick up your app. It's called Alpha.
Ooh, okay. On iTunes everywhere.
I believe so.
I feel like we're doing like little RuPaul like
exactly.
Yes, iTunes everywhere.
Dario is probably my favorite. I would probably have to say the drag shows are always a crowd pleaser. Also, Josh Zuckerman's been here twice. Noj has been here twice. All of those have been some of my favorites. I mean, Robbie Bartlett is a local favorite that is one of my favorites also. So.
And I'm sure it's so hard to just choose one because everybody just does such a great job.
Exactly.
So, can you tell us? So, I know you told us a little bit about the vendors that we were going to be having. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the merchandise that is? I know that some of it's still being finalized, but like maybe some of the things that you can buy or the things that have been finalized? Sure.
Well, last year we had these fabulous hats.
Yes.
And this is yours, actually.
Yeah, I wear that thing everywhere. I love that hat.
This was one of our hats from last year. It's the trucker ball cap. We're hoping to do something along like that again this year. We ran out of all of those way before.
So buy them now. Like, buy them as soon as they go up for sale because, I mean, they're awesome hats.
Exactly. We'll have drawstring backpacks.
Great.
We'll have this shirt for sale as well.
Ooh, and what do those words say?
The words are polyamorous, polysexual, fluid, gender fluid, omnisexual, genderless, asexual, third gender, HIV affected, questioning, transgender.
A lot of different words, like
exactly
to describe sexuality, to describe gender, to describe issues in the gay community.
Exactly, and it's hashtag LexPride.
Oh, I love that. I didn't see that there right there.
This is called the We Are One shirt, and it incorporates all of our community as a whole, representing as one whole community.
I love that. When you said that, and then like I was putting all the words together in like that big one, I absolutely love that.
That's some of our merchandise. We'll have wristbands for sale. We'll have autographs that with the entertainers as well. They'll be able to purchase those at their booth as well. So a lot of great merchandise at the festival.
Fantastic.
Everything Pride related you can think of. Probably.
And where do those funds go? So when people buy, like, where do those funds go? Like, I obviously go back to...
Well, the funds for the whole festival is not kept for next year's festival. It's poured back into the PCSO, which is the only Pride Center in the state of Kentucky. Wow. It helps run the Pride Center throughout the whole year. There is only a small portion of that that's carried on over into the next year as seed money. To start to get things kicked off. Right. But every year, it's poured back into the Pride Center to help all of the programming and services.
And all the wonderful things that is put on with PCSO, which we talked about earlier in an earlier episode. That's fantastic. Can you tell us a little bit? I know you mentioned a couple of the sponsors, but can you tell us a little bit more in depth, like some of the other sponsors?
Oh man,
I know there's so many.
The ones we have snagged as of right now, and it's still about a month out when we're talking about this.
Right.
We have some of our rainbow sponsors are a couple of local bars in the area. Sat Bar being one, and Crossings being another. Then of course you have Toyota, as I mentioned before, and West 6 Brewery, which is which is our local brewery.
Yeah. Oh, they have such good beer.
They do. And then some of the other sponsors are UPS, Macy's.
Great.
We have some churches as sponsors this year as well. Some radio stations such as WUKY, WEKU. And I know that there's tons of others. I'm drawing a blank on our sponsors. Julie Butcher Law Office is a sponsor. And I can't forget Kroger either. Kroger is one of our larger sponsors as well.
Right. So and it's nice to see that you all have not only these larger companies coming in and supporting the LexPride, but you also have, these family-owned, like, you have Crossings, people that own Crossings, people that own Soundbar, people that own Bar Complex, like all of these different local community or like organization businesses coming together to help out this cause.
Right.
Which is fantastic.
I don't remember if I can't remember if I said Macy's or not. But
you
Macy's
did.
Is another
you did.
Something.
No, you're fine, and it's nice to hear that on a more national level that they still care about like community levels too. So, and that's always good to plug them, so then we can, as an LGBTQ community and support one another and support these people that are supporting us. So I think it's always really good to talk about the sponsors of these events. So what are some of the goals that LexPride Fest has for the future? So like expanding
Well, this past year, myself and the current chair, Kat Wilkie, which is doing an amazing job. She is a straight ally that's worked on the Pride Festival Committee for 4 years now. Her and myself went to Pride, which is the national organization of world leaders for Pride. We went to their conference a few months ago and got some great ideas of how to expand our festival in years to come and our current year. We currently have a mobile app that is live now. So that's one of our goals that we achieved this year was to get our mobile app up and running. And if you're on iOS or Android, you can go to you can just type in Lexington Pride on your Android or iOS, and it will come up as Lexington Pride.
It just like pops right up.
Exactly.
And what are some of the things that people can find on that app?
All of our sponsors, of course. There will be a map of the event as time gets closer to the event.
Right.
You will also receive coupons for merchandise.
Oh, I love coupons.
From the app.
I love me some coupons.
Exactly. This is one you don't have to cut out.
Right. You just like show them. You're like, I want this coupon.
Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly. Coupons. We'll have all of our Pride Guide uploaded onto the mobile app as well. Meet Your Pride Committee will be on there.
Great.
And then upcoming events also.
Great. Wonderful. Sorry, I keep on playing with my hair.
That's
Like, you know, like when you get a new wig and it's just like flowing around.
Exactly.
Listen, I love this wig.
That's not your real hair.
You know, like I get that question all the time, but keep it on the DL. It's not. Okay, perfect. So, for all you out there, this is weird. So, how do the people watching get involved with this year's Pride Fest?
Donate. I hate to say that, but
Donate.
Donate.
Don't hate to donate. That's
right.
another hashtag. I like this show. We're generating good hashtags.
Attend.
Yeah.
It's open for everybody. It's not just LGBT folks. It's we have tons of straight allies, and I hate the word ally. I like to say accomplices.
Ooh.
Because they're actually allies. Allies just make it sound like you're for it and all that. Accomplices make it sound like you're actually being proactive and doing stuff about it. So, donate, attend, spread the word, volunteer.
Yeah.
We need volunteers for the day of the festival.
So tell us about, that's my next question. Tell us like some of the volunteer positions that y'all have.
Sure, we do all of our own alcohol and beer sales. So we need people helping to pour the alcohol and drinks. We have setup and breakdown is a big one.
Okay.
It takes a lot of people to set up that morning. We're here bright and early at 6 a.m. that morning to set up for a festival that starts at 11. Amazing how we do it and pull it off before 11 to set everything up.
Oh yeah.
And then tear down. We break. Our festival is 11 to 9 at night, and we have everything broke down within 2 hours after. Wow. So it's just
y'all work fast.
We do. We get in there and get out.
Yeah. And I'm sure y'all have like a great time doing that too. Like,
we do.
Together.
We
and
do.
Meet new people.
We need stage hands.
Great.
And then just people to help with running activities, because we have we pride ourselves on having the biggest area for kids activities as well.
Oh, great! So
we have something for everybody.
So yeah, it's not only for just LGBTQ. It's not only for a certain age group. It's for everyone.
Exactly. And with us not having gates up around our festival, people are just able to just wander in and just see what the festival is all about. That's the great thing about having a free event also.
Yeah, because people can, like, I hate to use the word, educate. People can just, like, walk by, and if they're not comfortable going up to a booth or something, at least they get the exposure, and, like, it gets them one step closer to saying, like, hey, I'd like to learn a little bit more about what you're all about.
Exactly.
Which is fantastic.
Exactly.
So tell me, well, I guess not me, but the people out there, how do they sign up to volunteer?
If you go to our website, which is www.LexPrideFest.org, there's a little volunteer button on the right-hand side, and it goes down to a volunteer application. And you just fill out that application. It comes directly to us. And our volunteer chair, which is Caleb Gray, we'll get right back with you and
make sure to contact them.
Exactly.
Perfect.
We'll do a volunteer orientation also before the festival. That way the volunteers know what's going on before the day of the festival as well. Right. And then after the festival, and this is another reason to volunteer with the Pride Festival, is we do a little volunteer picnic after the festival as well.
Oh, that's nice.
A few weeks after, to give everybody time to relax.
To rest and not have to, like, right after breakdown, like, let's go and have a festival.
Exactly. We go out to one of the parks and we just have a big old volunteer picnic.
Oh, now see, that's fantastic that you really are, like, enjoying and appreciating the people that have helped put on that such a great event. So you did mention the website. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe a Facebook page?
Sure. Facebook page is Lexington Pride Festival.
Okay.
The Twitter page is Lex, L-E-X, Pride.
Okay.
And then the Instagram is LexPride Festival.
Okay.
It's one of the only ones that with our organization that because other things were taken and such.
Right. Well, I'll make sure that I put like something that I have the words spelled out, so then that way y'all can follow and like and you know reach
and download the mobile app. Also.
Yes, and the mobile app. So we'll have to get that on there too. Oh, do you have any fun events, like maybe fundraising events for the Pride that you'd like to plug now?
We do. We have a merchandise release party coming up on June 11th, I believe. So we have that coming up, and we also have, we do like a Pride welcome show, which we don't have some of the details on that, but if you go to our website and Facebook page, all of those events will be posted as well.
Great.
We just had a few fundraising events also, which were very profitable. And exposure. It's all about getting the exposure out there and getting the word out there as well.
Right, for sure. So now a little bit like deeper, I guess, like into the more like you. How has Pride personally changed you, or personally made you better? I know,
Pride,
like, loaded question. Right?
Pride is a part of who I am. I mean, even though I identify as pansexual. So it's a minority of a minority.
Right.
So I have to make sure that I keep in check with myself what pride means to me. It's easy for me to keep in check with others what pride means to them. But with me being a pansexual, identify as pansexual, it's easy for me to lose focus of what pride really truly is. Even though I work at the Pride Center also, I have to rediscover that on a daily basis of what pride is to me and what makes me proud. What makes me proud to be part of my community. And one of the biggest things about that is making sure I'm true to myself. That's the big thing, is making sure you have to be true to yourself on a daily basis. Even though you're scared and afraid of what other people may think of you, think of who you may be helping in the long run.
Right. Yeah, no, that's super important. I mean, I think about the times where I'm comfortable enough with myself that, you know, you can step up and you say something. You advocate for you. You have pride in your community and pride in who you are, because if you just don't do that, things won't change. And so I totally understand that testament that you're really speaking to, and I really like that you have this personal spin on it. I feel like a lot of the times we think about pride and we think about, oh, it's just the community coming together, but we have each person that comes to this Pride Festival has something to be proud of, and that is their own personal thing. So I think that it's really good for you to reflect upon that personal aspect of what pride actually is, and I really don't think about that, and I'm glad that you brought that up. So I want to thank you, Chad, for coming in to talk to me about LexPride Fest, and I hope that you all learned a little bit about LexPride Fest and come and enjoy the festival. Can you repeat the date of Pride again for everybody?
It's June 25th.
Okay.
From 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Great. So I hope to see you all out there and support all of our performers, all of our vendors, all of the people who make Pride possible. It's a fun event and you won't regret going.